Good Sunday morning, everybody. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to today's video. It is October the 1st, which means it is officially the start of the spooky season. So we're going to have a little Halloween on the high seas. We're going to have a little candy. We're going to have a little costumes. We're going to get into the holiday spirit. If you have an upcoming cruise here over the next month, you're going to start to see Halloween activities on board ships. You're going to see decorations. You're going to see costumes. You're going to see parties. It is going to be a real good time. If you've never sailed during Halloween, it's a lot of fun, and I recommend you participate. Of course, only if you want to. You just kind of hang out and watch if that's what you want to do. But enough of that. Let's get into some cruise news. First up, we have a price increase or a tax increase from the city of Amsterdam. So they are looking to get a little bit more revenue from tourist and cruise ship passengers, what they call day trippers. You know, people that just come to the city for the day, just visit for the day. They're not staying in hotels, anything like that. Well, they want to get a little bit of more money from folks. Now, Hester Van Buren, which is the city's financial chief, she's been talking about that. She's been pushing for this. And according to her, the goal here is to spare the residents of Amsterdam from higher costs and instead shift that burden over to the visitors. Visitors should have to pay. Now, this is not a brand new tax because back in 2019, Amsterdam introduced the day tourist tax, and ever since that tax went into effect, it essentially is charged each cruise passenger €8 a day every time they go to Amsterdam. So if your ship docks there, whether you get on the ship, get off the ship, there's an $8 charge or €8 charge. Well, now they're raising that rate, and it's going to move up to €11, a 38% increase. Now, that's only a €3 increase. Doesn't seem like much, but you know, with the rising cost of cruising, we're seeing tax increases from multiple cruise ports. You start adding that all up, and it, you know, at the end of the day, it is quite a significant amount, or it could be, depending on the different places that you go to. And this seems to be like, a new trend. We want less people, we want less ships, we want more money. And you know all these costs are going to get passed along to the cruise passenger. None of the cruise lines are going to absorb them. And like the financial chief said, she said, hey, they are always looking for ways to make visitors pay some sort of city taxes, and this is just another way that they're doing that. So if you got any upcoming trips that are going to Amsterdam, you're going to pay a few dollars more. Now, Amsterdam is not the only one that's throwing some new pricing out there, throwing some new taxes out there. We also have Spain doing the same thing because Spain has now put on a value-added tax. Now, what that means as cruisers, that anytime you purchase something on board the ship while you're docked in a Spanish port or even sailing through Spain's waters, there is going to be a tax added. Okay. Now that is the shops, that is drinks, that is food. Doesn't matter if you make a purchase on board the ship while docked in Spain or just traveling through Spanish waters, they're going to be adding a tax. So even if you have a drink package, an all-included drink package, they are still going to charge you a tax on those drinks, and you're still going to owe that money at the end of the cruise. Now, keep in mind too, this tax isn't on the drink package. So if you paid $200 for the drink package, just to throw a number out there, you're not going to pay a tax on the $200. No. You pay the tax per the price of each drink. So even if you have the all-included package and you walk up to the bar and you get your drink and there's no bill, let's say that drink costs $10, you're going to pay tax for that $10. You do that 10 times while in Spanish waters, you will pay the tax 10 times. So Spain also looking to make a little bit of extra money off of cruise tourism. Now, for purchases made in the shops, they're adding a 21% value-added tax. And any beverages and dining purchases will be a 10% value-added tax. Now, Norwegian Cruise Lines, they are the first one to put this information out. They are the first ones to let their cruise passengers know, hey, of course, we're going to be passing along these costs to you. And they sent a letter out to let passengers know. Due to local tax regulations, please note that a 21% Spanish VAT will be added to applicable retail items purchased on board for sailings departing from Spain and calling to European port cities. Additionally, a 10% VAT will be applied to all food and beverage purchases made on board, including purchases made under our unlimited open bar or specialty dining packages for certain sailings departing from Spain or any European itinerary while in Spanish waters. So between extra charges you could get in Spanish waters, between a tax increase over in Amsterdam, that's what I'm talking about. You can significantly see the price of your cruise go up. Now the question is, do these places need the money, or are these places simply, using cruise passengers as a way to fill their pockets, to fill the money in their city? Because if you look at some of the numbers from 2019, the cruise industry is already a huge contributor to the region. They had over 10 million cruise guests arrive to Spanish ports, supporting 31,000 jobs and contributing $1.4 billion or billion euros to the economy. So what is the real reason for some of these tax increases? I kind of feel like, like you do with the cruise line sometimes, is they just see cruise passengers as an opportunity to put more money in their pockets. But what do you guys think about these tax increases? All right, enough about tax increases, enough about price increases. Let's hop over and let's talk about Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean, they're doing a little name change. They are changing the name of the Diamond Lounge on board their cruise ships. So Royal Caribbean's Director of Loyalty has announced that the Diamond Lounge over the next couple of weeks is getting a name change, and it is now going to be known as the Crown Lounge. Now for guests that are Diamond, Diamond Plus, and Pinnacle, your access to the lounge, your use of the lounge, and all that stuff, none of that changes. The only thing changing is the name. So they go, hey, where's the Diamond Lounge? They may tell you, well, the Crown Lounge is over here in the next couple of weeks. That's the only change. Not changing how you get in, not changing who can get in, none of that kind of stuff. No changes have been announced to any of the loyalty levels, any of the loyalty perks, just simply a venue name change. And finally, Norwegian Cruise Lines. They have announced a brand new game show coming to their cruise ships, to 16 of their cruise ships, and that is going to be Wheel of Fortune Interactive. So it's going to be held in the main theater. Of course, they'll have people go up on stage to participate in the game, but for everybody in the audience, you're going to be able to play on your smart device through the Norwegian app. They're going to have leaderboards, keep track of who's winning, who's not. But it does sound like a fun opportunity. If you're a fan of Wheel of Fortune, you're a fan of game shows, you're a fan of Norwegian Cruise Lines, you're going to have the opportunity to play and to participate in the new Wheel of Fortune game. And that's kind of becoming a new popular thing. We have Wheel of Fortune, we have Break the Bank, we have Family Feud. I remember a couple years ago where Carnival had Clue on board the ship. That's the one I kind of miss. I had fun playing Clue on board the ship. Kind of wish they would bring that one back. You'd meet at different places around the ship. They'd give you the clues. The crew members, the Fun Squad members were dressed up as characters from the game. I thought it was a lot of fun. I don't know if anybody else enjoyed it as much as I did, but that's one I would also like to see come back. I thought it was a good family-friendly game. Now, Wheel of Fortune is going to debut on the Norwegian Breakaway. That is going to be the first ship to get it. And they say all of the ships should have it by spring of 2024. So it won't be, an instant rollout across all the ships. This is just being announced. I'm sure they got to still work it out, get it all put together, get it out, get all the crew members trained on it, all that kind of good stuff. So you're probably looking sometime in 2023 when you'll start to see this appear. But definitely keep an eye out for it on your upcoming Norwegian cruise. All right, and that is going to be our cruise news video for today. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. It helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. I hope everyone out there is having a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.